Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 8th ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. You're going to be seeing early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So an opening drive, 3rd and 10. Here comes the crowd noise. Fires it to the wideout. He's a wide open receiver, complete. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now it's second down here. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy, a guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ducks. Strong game by this quarterback. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
I love early in a game like this where you get the running back involved and just get his hands on the football. Also, nice, easy screen. Gets the quarterback settled into the game. Nice, easy throw. Look at this. It ends up being a huge play.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Good enough for the first down, the 37.
I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
To throw, it's Washington. Lets it fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43. The Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks. The pre-snap motion from the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Nice catch made along the sideline. He does just get the foot down.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down after that completion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on third down now? That's a design quarterback keeper. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Now here's the toss play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution in that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the wideout goes in motion. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick grab. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. The back's got it. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The sack on first down, it's second down. They'll run it to the left. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Offense set for the sixth play in this drive. Looking downfield, it's Washington. He's going to pull it down and run. And moves the ball to the 35. Another first down.
This is the deflating play for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage. They take away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for is the quarterback, and he uses his legs to pick it up.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes looking to cash in the red zone. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll run the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Washington. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the 1st down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the 1st down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defensive tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that 1st down marker.
No problem. Knocks it right through. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Last time out, a 1-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets them up near midfield in 1st and 10. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Testing the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll run it here. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
The Ducks looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. Kicking team on now for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 11. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. Using his legs here. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. Buckeyes lining up here on first and 10. Looking to throw. It's Washington. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
The Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. No chance to catch him. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. It's 28-10. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Little eye candy here from the offense and pre-snap motion. Here's a handoff testing the middle. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense cannot be stopped. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. It felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Back to pass. It's Washington. Defense is coming after him. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Second down after that previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Going to try to use his legs here. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. Just time enough for one more play in the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Breaks loose at the 45. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Washington. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Escapes the pocket. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Offense in hurry-up mode.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. 7th play of the drive coming up. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. It's a fumble. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying?
Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas, at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Army Black Knights, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the South Florida Bulls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. That one goes out of bounds, a less than ideal beginning to this game. Easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
Here comes a handoff. Breaking free at midfield. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
And that's a first down here for Army on the ground. Offensive line, look at these guys pushing, doing everything they can to help their back out. This is how you do it when you're Army. You've got to be able to sustain drives and pick up first downs.
That's caught. It's Dowdell. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He makes the grab. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
And the defense sits back in a zone cover. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on these plays.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
And the Black Knights starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The pass rush closing in. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Going again on 2nd and 10. Tipped and then drops. Chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A 4th down completion to the running back. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And that one straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And the runner takes off to his right. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. At the 20. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. So that long scoring play is spoiled by a penalty. That's a big call in this game. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. And now the handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
Can they keep this drive going? It's 4th down and 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver beyond the sticks. A great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
He'll hand it off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
2nd down play coming up. Tailback with another carry. Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Extra point makes the lead 4. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. Remember, it was a field goal on the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Keeping it on the ground here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll tackle him at the 27.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Can he make it to the marker? And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Black Knights will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. It's a solid game to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter. And the Black Knights keep the football on the move. First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The Black Knights come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. And the Black Knights line up with a 1st and goal. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hold on here. We do have a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Army. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain the drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. USF offense is back out there now, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. And the running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, USF.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Looking for some space. It's Rourke. Finding some room at the 25. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught for the completion. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Looking to throw it on first down. Hunt over the middle. It's Rourke. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On first down, it's play action. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Second down now after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
So after consecutive losses, they got to come up with something here on third and very long. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this guy is having some kind of day. That's another catch for him. And this time out of the slot, he picks up the first down.
And the Black Knights with 1st and 10 here. Oh, it's a reverse. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. Last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Offense getting set. It's second down. They're going to run it here. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Oh, he breaks free. It's a foot race. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. The Bulls will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Quick throw to his receiver. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Bulls are going to cash in this red zone trip. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They'll hand it off. Physical run breaks through a tackle. Touchdown, Bulls. This offense is still clicking.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And looking to throw now on first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Bulls will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. And they get the second half started with their running play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. And now the running back's got it again. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. They're going to run it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll ride the back again here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the Black Knights will have 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick six going the other way.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Looking to throw it again. Grab near the sticks. It's Rourke. And the Black Knights pick up enough to get a first down there.
Hey, they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught on the outside. It's Rourke. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, Chris, give him credit. It was nice technique to be able to hold on for that catch and stay in bounds, but he didn't go very far.
Pass caught. Second down now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Dowdell. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On third down, he drops to throw. Snags a good throw. They make the stop just short of the first. It looks like inches to go, and now fourth down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Handoff heading left. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Black Knights. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. That's a big stop for the defense. It's still a 5-point margin. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Here's the second down play. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. That's a design quarterback keeper. He didn't make it. Stopped short. That is a crucial turnover on downs during this tight football game.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
What's the call here? The drive begins with excellent field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Looking to pass here on second down. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
He's running out of time here. Oh, look out. The football is free. They retain possession, but that's a huge loss.
Well, just like running.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Army the offense comes back out onto the field. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? He's got a man down the middle. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. And the Black Knights looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
That completion makes it second and short. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Caught quickly. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37. And the Black Knights begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looking for some space. It's Rourke.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Rourke. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on 3rd down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big 4th down.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Using his legs on the scramble. And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? The offense will recover, but it's way short of the 1st down and a turnover on downs. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. First down and 10. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And the Black Knights are in the red zone. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw, catch made. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, I love how they keep trusting their quarterback. Nice job of getting a completion, positive yards. Now we got 2nd and goal, critical time in this game. I would keep trying to find those one-on-one matchups and let the quarterback find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Army.
I just cannot say enough about this quarterback. The poise that he has played with throughout this game, and now when it really counts. Nice throw, gives his offense a chance. Now down 2 late in the playoff game, they got to hit this 2-point play to tie it up.
So it's going to come down to this, a 2-point conversion to tie the score and try to force overtime. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he doesn't get there. Huge play by the defense to hold on to this 2-point lead in the final couple minutes. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The USF offense is back out there now. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15. And the wideout goes in motion. And he drops back in the gun. Freshman trying to take his shot, but put too much on the throw. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And this pass is on target, caught. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely open.
And the ball to the ground. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Just a great job by this defense to knock that ball loose and get a critical turnover here. Late in the game, working with the lead, you get the ball back to your offense, and now a chance to secure victory.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense just takes a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will keep.